everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nancy and I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3. Today we're kicking off our spring cleaning and we're starting in the kitchen. I'm going to start off by deep cleaning our refrigerator and the pantry in today's video, and I'm just going to split this up into smaller sections, so next time we're going to do a little more in the kitchen, but we're going to start this week off in the fridge. So I'm just taking everything out, and once I take everything out of the fridge, I'm going to go through the stuff, and if there's anything expired or that looks nasty or empty or anything like that, we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to wipe down the fridge really well and we're going to organize it. So I hope you enjoy today's video. And here is the empty fridge. I'm a little embarrassed of how nasty this is, so I'm sorry you have to look at this, but we're going to get it all cleaned up, and I'm just going to use some soap and water, so I keep going back and forth to the sink to get my cloth cleaned out. So you're not really going to see me spray anything besides that one really nasty shelf. I'm going to spray some disinfectant spray in there, but for the most part I just use soap and water. And that's just what I've always done. Let me know what your guys' favorite cleaner is, but I just don't like to use a lot of chemicals in my fridge because that's where I store food, and I don't really want nasty chemicals to be, inside my food. So I just stick to the basics. My kids are on spring break this week, and even though we're homeschooled, it's not a lot changes. So we're still home as we were any other time of the year, but at least I don't really have to help them out with schoolwork or anything. So I have a little more time to clean this week, but I would love to know if you guys are on spring break also, and if you guys have any big plans for your spring break. And here is a look at the fridge, all clean and shiny and fresh.
We need to find a common home for you and me and maybe someone more. Give me affection, please. I feel the need to speak my mind, and baby, you're one of a kind. Give me affection, please. It's off the wall, but beautiful. Whatever you need, it's all okay with me. See how it goes, it's rock and roll, but whatever you need, it's all okay with me. Music playing clear and loud, I will try to make you proud. Give me affection, please. If you want me by your side, I'll be there until you die. Give me affection, please. It's off the wall, but beautiful. Whatever you need, it's all okay with me.
So I just had to share these new cleaning spray bottles with you because they're seriously making me so happy to clean with. They're so cute. I love that they're pink and they come with these stickers. There's like 3 different style stickers to pick from. And I know it sounds silly, but when you have something new to clean with, it just makes cleaning so much funner. So I'm gonna make up my solution that I normally use real quick. I use the Thieves solution, so I fill it up with water, and then you only need 1 cap full of the Thieves solution to make an all-purpose cleaning spray. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and these bottles are awesome. They spray really well, and I'm gonna have them linked in my description below if you want some cute spray bottles also.
It's rock and roll, but whatever you need, it's all okay with me. We need to find a common home for you and me, and maybe someone more. Give me affection, please. Give me affection, please.
Now we are off to cleaning our pantry. This is the look of the before. It's very messy, and honestly, I had a hard time finding stuff in there. So I'm going to take everything out, and we'll wipe down the shelves and try to put this back in a more organized fashion. And I just want to tell you guys, my stuff is all mismatched, and that's okay, honestly. You do not have to go out and buy brand new containers or baskets or anything. You do not need that. Just use whatever you have at home. Of course, you can go out and get stuff if you do need it, but you do not have to make this beautiful for anyone else but yourself. It just has to work for you. As long as you are happy with it and you know where everything is and it's organized, that's all that matters. You guys, this was so overwhelming. I had to have my husband bring an extra plastic table here so I can lay everything out. And I was like, oh my goodness, what did I get myself into? My kids were like, Mom, it looks like you're having a garage sale. It was overwhelming for sure, but I'm so glad I tackled this. So I started off by putting all the containered items on the side of the table. That way I know what I can refill maybe. Also, I had a few empty containers, so I needed to see what else I need to fill them with. So this just made sense to me. Also, I got these stickers from Hobby Lobby that have like labels that say like powdered sugar or flour or you know, other pantry items, and they were fairly cheap. So if you need some stickers, I check there. Otherwise, I'm going to try to link something like that from Amazon for you on here, but those are fun. And like I said, you don't have to have them. You can make your own labels from just, you know, regular label stickers. So you do not have to have anything special as long as it works for you. I have this extra mixer that my mom gave me many years ago, and it still works perfectly fine. I just got a new one a couple years ago. My husband got for me for Mother's Day. So I have 2 mixers now, and I don't always need to, so that smaller one just stays down there.
Hold up just a minute. Been looking for some help just to find myself. Yeah. Been losing my focus like 1,000 times before. Can't take this anymore. 'Cause I've been looking for something to change thoughts into motion. Been waiting way too long. Yeah, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me and to handle my emotions. I was out waiting for something How could somebody be with someone else if you can't be by yourself? Yeah, I got my problems. Lately I've been fading out, holding out, waiting just for somebody to love and to surround me and to handle my emotions. I was out waiting for something, and if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time.
What is your guys' best trick for keeping brown sugar soft? So I had this little disc, and it works sometimes, but I don't know, lately I feel like it's not doing its job. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong, but I've noticed marshmallows help a lot. So I had a marshmallow in here also, and that's been my favorite trick so far. So if you guys want to try that out, put like a big marshmallow inside your brown sugar, and it keeps the brown sugar soft. But if you guys have better tips for me, I am all ears.
And if I close my eyes, it's all been a waste of time. I was out.
So I had this container right here that I thought would fit all this flour that's like left over in this bag right here. So I even like shoved the bag inside the container to make sure it fit, and it seemed like it would, but it's so weird. I'm obviously not a scientist, so I don't know exactly how all this works, but I think it's so interesting how once you start pouring the flour in, it never fits. So I had to like take a spoon and like compact it down a little bit, and once I did that, it all fit in there. But it's just so interesting, and I think that's a good reminder, like when you're baking, you have to fluff your flour, because if it's like compacted, it's not going to be the right ratio. So I guess this kind of makes sense in the baking world, like why they tell you to kind of like fluff your flour. Here's the finished product. I'm not sure if it's totally beautiful, but it's better than it was. And now I know where everything is. So everything back behind these is like backstock and stuff I don't use very often. So they're hidden. And like I started off with like all the tall ones here, and these two stacked on top of each other since that shelf is taller. Then in this one, I've got mainly like baking type of stuff, and like all the chocolate chips are hidden back there. In here, it's mainly like grains and pasta things. Down here is like nuts and more like breakfasty stuff, like oatmeal and the cream of wheat and stuff like that. In here, these two are kind of like random. This stuff is like boxed random things, and like all the drink mixes we've got, and that's kind of like a overflow of like some snacks, but we don't get into here too often. So this is kind of like boxed things, and this is more like canned random shelf stuff. So that's that. And this is like I know this is not what's in there, but it works because the lid is like closed shut. So I just put the pancake mix in there and the extra flour. I've got an extra mixer that I don't really use very often, but every once in a while, like on holidays and stuff, if I'm baking a lot, I'll pull that one out. And I don't have a better spot for it anywhere in my kitchen, so it just kind of stays in this shelf, and I don't have a better spot for my vinegar, so it just kind of stays there. And this is like overflow of the different flours that I have. So that's my pantry, and I think it looks a lot better than what it was, and now I know where everything is. And after a day of cleaning the fridge and pantry, we decided to go out for dinner. And I'm just going to include this clip real quick, and I'm going to show you a picture of the food we had. And that's going to be the end of today's video. Thank you so much for being here, and come back for more spring cleaning next week.